Hi. I'm sorry it didn't go as planned before, but we are here now, and we are gonna play Vampire. I'm not sure I will read everything up, but I'm not gonna skip anything, so yeah. Warning. Even if based on proven medical knowledge from 1918, vampires sometimes take liberties. I can't read sometimes. When establishing possible links between scientific theories and supernatural creatures for theoretical purposes. In other words, do not try to cure any diseases with any of the recipes shown in this video game, and no rats were harmed during the making of this game. Okay. Take ability. Take responsibility for your actions. In Vampire, every action you take can have consequences. This game uses an auto-save system. Whenever this symbol is displayed on the screen, an auto-save is in progress. I know that already. Why is my... I feel like my webcam isn't following as good. Please do not close, blah blah blah. Okay, so this is how it looks. This is Vampire. Yeah, my webcam can't follow. That's annoying. But yeah, this is Vampire. A vampire game taking place in the 1918s. 1918s, yeah. And this is a choice-based game where every decision we make can have consequences, especially leading to more answers. But yeah, I've played it a bit before. Because I haven't streamed in a long time, I was like, well, I really want to play this game. So I played it, I didn't complete it, but I gone far. So I know what to do, and I know what not to do. So with that introduction, let's just do this. See, I got very far. Yeah, empty, new game. We are gonna go with story mode. Yeah, we're gonna go with the story mode.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8.
Can't see anything because of my big fucking head. Okay.
Voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Oh, yes.
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
What's gonna happen? I don't want to. Try to turn around and see if, like, I have never seen if it was able to invite someone else.
Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. No, no. This horror, it's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me. No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening.
There's one of those.
No! Please! Stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Has it fled? Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill the thing!
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you? Stupid beast! Sorry.
Steady, boys!
No, please, stop!
Burn it!
Who are you?
There's one of them burn!
What do you want? I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's sake? I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me. The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go! I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be sick.
Just a sec, you guys. Because something isn't working. I don't know why my webcam is so slow right now, but it is.
Safe enough here. I had better remain here until nightfall.
Fire and sun. Leeches do not fear the sun or fire. They do not burst into flames or ashes when they are caught under rays of sunlight. But it hurts them good, really good. I have personally chained a vampire to a tree to see what would happen when the sun rises. Its skin blackened in a few moments as it was burning from the inside. Its eyes and flesh melted, and I saw its unholy bones move squeal as the beast tried to escape all day long. In the end, only a desiccated corpse remained. Holy shit. Which started to slowly regenerate when the sun disappeared behind the horizon. I caught its head off to finally destroy it. And when I tried the same test with fire, the bloody leech never came back from the ashes. Fire is our weapon of choice, brothers. To burn the beast is the best way to kill it for good. From Know Your Enemies by Carl Eldritch Preven Leader.
Brother, what have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
That's impossible.
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as blood.
Who goes there?
A prayer for the summoned by warrior song. A child born from darkness must take scent of his power.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Then let's do it, Jonathan.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
October. Bad sleep. Becky coughed all night and the fever made her delirious. I heard a loud noise in the morning. It's a big machine some men brought to the banks to dig a big hole in the ground. It was some sort of medical machinial. Oh my god, I don't know what's going on today. Yeah, it was a shovel. Maybe I could go there and ask for some work. Beggar needs medicine. 16th October. I talked to the men with the machinial, mechanical, mechanical shovel. They told me they are digging mass graves all around London. Safety measures apparently. Is there a new epidemic? Is the flu coming back? They had no work for me. Becky slept a little last night. The foundry has been closed, and there are no more jobs nearby. 19th October. I went to London to find some groceries and drugs. No trains. It took me the whole day to cross the Thames and come back. Becky seemed better. I made a soup she ate. I found no drugs, only a few syringes and some sleeping pills on the black market. We have no money left. Maybe I could go. Maybe I could go to Pembroke Hospital tomorrow, but it's so far, and I fear leaving my wife for so long. 19th October. Becky threw up the meal a few hours after she ate. She's so frail now, it makes me cry. She says she hears voices outside at night. She says she wants to eat meat. Where would I find meat tomorrow? I will barricade the house to protect us from looters. 21st October. The men with the mechanical shovel have stopped digging the mass grave. I heard shouts last night, as if they were attacked. Now there are only a few boats throwing bodies day and night into a giant hole. The smell is horrible. The fuck are you doing? The smell is horrible. We should have left this house a week ago, but Becky, she refuses to leave. She would rather die, she said, with a nasty smile. Why is she torturing me so? 22nd October. Becky just attacked me. She jumped on me from the stairs. She tried to bite me. I had to smack her, but she smacked me back. I went upstairs and looked myself in the bedroom. Now I can hear her crying and mumbling downstairs. I retrieved the gun I hid in the ceiling since the war to protect the house. Now I'm ready to use it to protect myself from my own wife. 23rd October. I could not sleep at all. Becky spent the whole night scratching at the door, asking for my help, begging me to let her in, but I was too afraid to open it. I'm just afraid. I was just too afraid to open it. I'm just waiting for her to die now. It would not be long. I pray God it will end soon. 24th October. I was so hungry. I tried to go downstairs this morning. Becky was sitting in the armchair by the chimney. She was panting like a dog, looking at me without moving, just following me around the room with her eyes. I pointed a gun at her sore face, but she did not react. I could not pull the trigger. I went back to my room. 25th October. The house is silent like a tomb. Sorry, too much mouthwater. No more noises. Becky's dead now. Forgive me, my love. I was unable to save you. I will be with you soon enough. Holy shit.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all.
He has a nice
It's a nightmare.
beard.
That's it.
I'm not into beard, but like, this man got a nice beard.
So be it. Rational thinking only.
And that's how it all started.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real. Madness it is. As mad as the moon. Contains blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Evolution. Hideout beds allow you to evolve and rest. Spend experience points to level up and improve your vampiric skills. Which one was the one? Oh, it's down there. I don't have one. Thirsty for some blood? Always.
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made...
Just a sec, I don't know why, but my chat box isn't working.
me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Don't just walk, Jonathan.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here! My head's spinning.
Oi! Come out, you coward!
It's locked, all right.
Clever fucking beasts!
Offhand weapons. Offhand weapons can be used by pressing blah. They have attacks with special effects and consume stamina.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the west.
Die, vermin!
Oh shit. Come on! Go forward, you bitch!
A strength I never knew I had.
He's dead, all right. It ain't human! Kill it!
This should be lost. Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
Let's get
I feel like a child learning the limits of my body. My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
I think this game looks incredible. I've always I haven't played it for long. I've played it like a month in total. Yeah. Your king and country needs you. Join the British ranks and help the brave lads on the front.
My poor
It
sister.
looks amazing.
If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. I have this thirst for... I cannot enter. The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it. I cannot enter.
Savage.
I can't believe I'm doing this. What will London have to say to me? It's locked. I've so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it.
I also talk to myself.
I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Then go, John.
Fresh blood. The smell. Where has everyone gone? According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
You found a new hideout. Here you can spend your XP while resting and crafting items at the workbench. Crafting. On the workbench you can craft medical treatments to heal sick citizens, serums to boost yourself, weapon upgrades to improve and customize your weapons. Oh right, because I didn't. Sorry. Hold on. No, you idiot. Come on, Sophie, you idiot. It's because I tried something new out, so that's why the game was so loud. I'm sorry. But hello and welcome. By the way, you guys, as the game pointed out, don't try this treatment because this is improved medical practice. So don't do it. Torn off page of a diary. For looking away when they mock my color, I hate myself. For crying like a girl when they insult me, I hate myself. Swearing like a boy when they're gone, I hate myself. For hating my parents, I hate myself. For smiling when customers call me Sabrina, I hate myself. For never finding the courage to tell Tom how I truly feel, I hate myself. You just discovered a hint. It reveals a secret about a citizen or someone related to him. As a vampire, you need human blood to evolve. The blood quality bar indicates the XP you will earn if you feed on the citizens. Unlocked hints increase the amount of XP.
At last, a little life.
Oh, God, sir. You look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And, sir,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
How did I get on this side? I wasn't on this side before.
Didn't deserve this.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened. for
I love the
decades.
accents.
You murdered someone. Blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
True.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
I hope I live long enough to see them Red Boot boys get what's coming to them. Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah, killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
Okay, what do you guys write in? What did you try? I just changed the desktop audio. Want to drink blood? Not in real life. It's just to get people here. Yeah, they noticed, and yeah, that drunk guy is just staring, and yeah, just try not to fall.
I just want
Just
to
like
talk.
every
I didn't
other
mean to
drunk
scare you.
person.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
Damn it. This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. Anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Get away from my cake!
And who might you be?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docs have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
True.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
And what exactly is this brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Bitch.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No.
I'm a bloody vampire.
I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do?
No one
better
tells
than
me
I?
what to do.
But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again. Go hunt your shadow.
Yeah. Don't tell me what to do, bitch.
I cannot enter.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
I hope I live long enough to see them Red Room boys get what's coming to them.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something. I will get to the bottom.
Britons working together. Skilled workers in engineering and kindred trades. Enroll today as a war monitor. I can't talk. Moneticians, volunteers. I know it was wrong and I butcher it. Don't shoot me. Support the men at the front with a plentiful supply of moneticians. I don't know. Don't butcher me. You will not suffer in bakes. Get into the factory line and beat the firing line.
Bottom of this intrigue. What's been
Me,
done
me,
to
me,
you,
me, me.
to this city?
Oh, blood.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. What's this? Some sort of note.
Uh-huh. 30th October. From G. McCollum. To Docks Patrols. Object: multiple death in the Docks region. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast, perk it, and quickly. Yeah, kill it. And quickly. Warning: according to recent reports, this vampire is very violent. Approach with extreme caution. I know we lack men in this part of town, but don't send rookies to investigate the case. If I'm correct, we got a frenzied one killing each night. As always, search abandoned places first, like old houses, basements, sewers, or warehouses. Destroy the leech, brothers.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker.
Sorry.
There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge. It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
Over there!
Don't you dare call me a vermi. Did you have anything? No.
Fair enough, Tom. But why do they hide where it's so damn cold?
Stop complaining, you.
It's locked, all right.
It's always cold in London. I'm not a vampire. Why would I? And if I were a vampire, would I tell you? Press V to spot enemies around and display their enemy cards. Resistance. Some enemies are more resistant to certain type of damage. There are 4 types of resistance. Physical, melee, range, shoot, powers, blood, shadow. Orange indicate a medium resistance, red indicates a high resistance. I'm just gonna kill him.
Burn it, boys!
Don't do that. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Oh, wait. I need to do that again. Ranged weapons. Equip and press to use your blah blah blah. And inflict both standard damage and stun damage. Be aware that your ammo is limited. Okay, that sounds violent. I know I will be needing the bullets for later, so I'm not gonna use it yet. Give me your blood. Use le power. Okay. So much reading. Okay, I know that some of your companions consider that the best advantage we have in our fight against leeches is that we can't go out during the day. They can't go out during the day, sorry. But we can hunt them down when they hide, powerless in their sleep. This is a rookie mistake. First, because vampires are clever. They are countless rushes and tricks to avoid being spotted in their den. Second, because they deploy many deadly traps to kill any intruders in what they'd consider their most precious sanctuary. It would cost us too much men and too much time to explore and eradicate vampires in their hideouts. The best tactic is to follow and destroy them when they really are vulnerable. When they hunt at night, it's much easier to attack them than for they can easily be spotted. That's why the God of Priwen must evolve and deploy new tactics to hunt leeches. Small and mobile patrols, tactics based on technological advantage, modern communications. We can learn many things from the war in French. New strategy, new equipment and new weaponry. Grenades, white phosphorus, ultraviolet, bulletproof vest, and flamethrower. It is time for the god to embrace the 20th century. From A New War by Jeffrey McCollum, pre-win leader. Don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna do it by myself. Do-do-do. Rats. A hideout. Do you have enough components to improve one of your weapons? I'm not gonna. Shillings. Oh, that didn't sound good.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
You what? There.
This place reeks.
Wait. Can I open this one? No.
Can't feel it.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Oh no. I couldn't have done anything else, like I don't care because I couldn't do anything else but kill him. Couldn't talk to him. So the hint failed. But it's okay.
It's not too late.
Oh, shut up, Bishop.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Hello, welcome.
Are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They stray without
I love the accents.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
Okay, what are you telling me? Long teeth,
William
though.
was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This
But
man
the
requires
plot-
medical attention.
We'll see he gets
of
to the
this
nearest
game.
hospital.
You are investigating a series of murders, but you kill hundreds of people on the way. No, then you don't know anything about this game. Because that's not what it's about as the only thing. Like, there's so much to this story.
If I can learn something about what has happened to William,
And you
I'll be a
will
step
learn
closer
more
to understanding
when we get
what
further in
happened
the
to me.
game.
This poor creature can't be my maker.
The sample of William Bishop.
Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood. It's locked, all right.
I love how I can just run into things like that. You will get to know it when you watch me play it. Because I'm not gonna tell you what it's about, because I don't want to destroy it. I don't want to spoil it. So you will just have to stay tuned and watch me play it. Or see anyone else play it. Like, so many people played it.
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back. But I will tell you, she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
So,
I cannot enter.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah! It's my turn!
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Master gave me a good smoke. Christ, that hurts. Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
the plot quality indicates how much XP you will obtain from a particular citizen. The higher the plot quality, the more XP you will gain. To drink blood of your prey, you first need to mesmerize them to lead them out of sight from others.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Press to embrace clay or to release him. Embrace clay will provide a massive XP boost, but be aware that there will be consequences. Learn more about citizens and collecting their hints will increase the experience gained.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Whoa, I feel pity.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Stop you complaining. Do. I'm gonna investigate. I'm not freezing. You are.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first.
Yeah.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
I'm gonna have a little chat with
Good
you.
evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
Yeah.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, She would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office down again.
Hello, welcome.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Wait.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
I forgot something.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
I am a doctor, so. There she is.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really?
Why can't you look at me?
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Any worse?
How are things?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
I can understand that.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them? Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett's. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop.
Thank you for the follow!
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
As a vampire, you can force a citizen to reveal information thanks to a hint you have discovered.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Yeah, it was other times. Okay, we need to talk to Dr. Tippett again. Where the fuck are you, bitch? Doctor, where are you? There's something around here, I think. Dr. Tippett! Yeah, I'm gonna come for you. But I need Doctor. Where is he? Clay Cox is down there. Ran again. Okay. Dr. Tippett just vanished.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Fair enough.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
He's so blunt as me.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Yeah.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Great. Sounds so
like
good.
Things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
I can't die.
Are you
Smuggling
really smuggling
weapons.
weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Yeah, but then I have to work more because of you.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Yeah, whatever. I don't have enough. All of that I will gain throughout the game.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadogan fellow.
Let's go in and meet people.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Right.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel.
Yeah, give it to me.
What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Well.
I I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howard?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Okay.
Who are these enemies you mentioned?
Well,
can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Well, I do not believe that. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
You, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Well, screw
you. If you
you.
have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Okay, which one should I take? I'm all up here. I'm not gonna do this one because that's hostile.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Jesus.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Fair enough. I do agree.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon, and it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative, it is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reed.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
Yep.
Do you need my...
Not at all.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm not gonna listen to you. And I'm nicely asking you.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Okay, nothing right now.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm
Thoreau.
a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Thank you.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
I think I'm gonna say this one because maybe I can get an insight on what he's doing and maybe help him on the way and make sure he's not fucking up.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Okay.
Tell me more about your
Yes,
willingness
please.
to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me, Mr. Fiddick.
I want to know the story a
His
bit
first diagnosis was
first.
compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Okay.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Yeah?
Goodbye, Doc.
Well, let's talk to you.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Yeah, but what happened?
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie.
It's like coronavirus.
I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Oh.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Ellen didn't bring them with her that night.
I would have to say that she's felt no pain because
Goodbye
it
for
was
now.
so quick.
I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me,
Let's talk to you.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful, I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts.
Thank you for the follow.
Perhaps your sore throat is
And
just
welcome
the
to my
consequence of
channel.
something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
How painful is your throat?
So painful.
I'll let you get some rest then.
I'm just making
Good evening,
sure because I want him to tell about himself.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
I don't care. Tell me about yourself.
I have.
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Which one should I take first? What do you guys think? Which one?
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
We like that.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Okay.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
It will not be tolerated here either. I'm gonna talk to her.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Okay, let's see. Got all of them. Well, let's talk to this guy outside. Did I go too far? I did. Holy shit. is that? Okay, hold on. Hold on, what was that? Oh.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find something.
Give me your blood. Ooh, what's up here? Nothing. Nothing at all. Okay. Okay, let's go back. Because I really want to talk to that guy I just saw. Oh. Well, what do we have here?
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding?
Let's talk
Good
to
evening.
him.
I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana.
Holy shit.
Now,
Hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome to my channel.
broker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
Great. Yeah?
An interesting point of view.
Yeah.
And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Okay.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Fair.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Well, she's dead.
Do you work
I
here
killed
alone?
her, so.
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Yeah.
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Right.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
Uh-huh.
What kind
Right.
of good? With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade. I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Okay.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Well...
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Uh-huh. Don't talk yourself down, man.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Opium. This formula written on a piece of paper seems complex and needs to be analyzed. And codeine. Codeine.
It never ceases to amaze me how you, the dead, peaceful and lost at the same time.
He's a fun party pooper. Oh wait. Oh, a crumpled letter. Dear love, I finally found the missing money from the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing now except getting better, for I took care of everything. I asked some of our neighbors and they told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of an honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry, I refused to pay first, and I realize now that the most important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard, despite the bad behavior of this Milton Hooks. I promise you that everything is okay now. I will see you in your clean bed as soon as possible. With fondest love, Nicola. Did I just steal money of a corpse? I did. Oh god. Okay, let's see. Hurvny not. Is it this way? Yeah, it is. Okay. Ooh, more people to talk to.
Good evening.
I think we will have to get all the dialogues.
My name is Pippa Hawkins.
So
and
we
I'm
can
Dr.
continue.
Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Okay.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse?
Well...
What if in the end, nobody was spared?
How long have you been a nurse?
Or long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You would be surprised. You're right. Change your attitude. I think I'm gonna go with that one.
You're right.
Yeah, it is
When
in
dealing with
1918.
such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Great.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
This is the year World War One ended. Is the war supposed to be going on? Yes, it is going on, as well as the Spanish flu. So you have the war, the epidemic, and the vampires.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Let's talk to you.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you?
Yeah, I want
is
to know that.
Someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Where were you stationed, sir?
I want to know that
Did you serve
before
for long?
anything
I really
else.
don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
My heart is bleeding for him.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
The saint.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here, this Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
But the guy in the boat, I think he was a god of Prewin, so I don't think it's connected that way.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
But
Tom?
maybe?
Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him,
We'll have to
corruption and
find
despair
out.
would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Okay.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
It's locked.
Okay, I can't visit that old lady yet. Okay. Let's get up to my office and do something.
I cannot enter.
Not now. Please come back later.
Don't tell me what to do. Patient Thomas Elwood, male, age 28. Followed by Dr. Tippett's status, yeah, you know what I mean. Date of admission, September 16th. Date of release, not determined. Note: the patient's face has been heavily burned and disfigured by a bomb during the war. Even with the use of the strongest sedatives, he affirms to regardlessly induce severe pain from the wounds, as if the flames are still burning under the skin, he says. Examinations of the something tissue shows no trace of inflammation, infection, or swelling. Scars are clean. Could be a case of persistent nerve damage, maybe. The patient never ceases to blame himself for his disfiguration. Could it be a case of guilt of the survivor? Phantom pain manifesting as a punishment for not dying with his comrades. That might be. Is there anything here?
It's locked, all right.
Open the doors on me, are you? Wait.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Dr. Reed. Ooh, that's me.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own.
Ooh.
At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Ooh.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
A rare opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire, to observe the most intriguing physical and physiological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or econs, as they prefer to call themselves. So much to read. Oh my god. Okay. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee, I have seen a vampire move so quickly it is almost as if he had vanished, just to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements, but they act so quickly. When they act so quickly, but it is not a teleport or dematerialization. It is only a supernatural speed. For me, it is a cat-like attribute which allow him to run, dodge, or jump longer and faster than us. I also noticed that such speed seems to exhaust them, and that they are bound to physical limitations. Mesmerism. Why all the stupid words? And blood awareness. I'm not gonna read all of that because it has nothing to do with me right now. Oh, let's check it out. So we can treat fatigue and anemia, sepsis, cold, bronchitis, pneumonia.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Okay, let's see. Okay. We're not able to do that yet. Okay. We need to buy it better. Increase the number of bullets you can carry. You can now carry 3 serums. Confirm.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
What now?
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Sorry, there's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital.
What is this key for? Shelter key. Key of the shelter in south.
A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Bye, nurse. Okay. Anything else here? No? Then let's go investigate.
It's locked.
Give me your blood. Don't you have anything to give me, bastard? A photography of a smiling, loving couple with a few words written on the back. Milton and Pippa forever.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
I don't like the doors to be open like this, and the power's on, and oh no. Where am I? Okay, let's do it. Coincidence. I can say it. Oh, that eerie music, I like it. I like it. No, you were supposed to open the door. Yeah, please get back in there, chicken. Just like in Phasmophobia, with all the chickens. Okay, after this quest, I will stop for now. I will be back later. If I don't stream any more of Vampire today, I will at least be streaming Phasmophobia later, so I'm gonna need a break.
Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Well, let's go and... yeah, do that. Give me your blood.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Wait, hold on.
I cannot enter.
Well, what do
This
we have
key
here?
will surely grant me access to the basement.
Bottle of alcohol.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Come on, Jonathan. Yeah, I think my father's watching. I'm not gonna watch.
It's locked, all right.
Local investigations. A new citizen investigation is available. Press to open. Okay. Okay. Citizen investigation. Citizen investigations are displayed here, categorized by districts. You can start a new citizen quest by tracking it with then across your map to locate the area to explore. Postbrook, Fist of blah blah blah, Samuel Corner, Caucasian? I can't see. Caucasian. And Fisherman Neutral.
Okay. Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Sounds like an excellent idea. Excellent idea. Use Lister knife. You just acquired a new type of offhand weapon. Equip it and absorb blood.
It's locked.
ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
I saw you. Holy shit. Okay, before we go back, I'm just gonna quickly bring it back to the owners. Okay. Bring back the wallet. Okay. First of all, let's by the docks. That's a long way to go. Okay, we are dropping this off, and
It's locked, all right.
then I am heading offline, and maybe I will see you later today. Playing this game. Otherwise, I will be streaming Phasmophobia tonight. So.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Okay.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. that's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realised I could make a fortune.
You
I have
bitch.
some good news, Milton.
You stupid dog.
The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all.
No.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Okay.
Admit it. Nurse Hawkins is more than your lover. She's also your partner in crime.
Of course she is. How else could I tell which bed is free? I need to know that.
Have you no shame?
Don't you see this city is crumbling down? Today people are ready to pay to get a hospital bed. Tomorrow we may be fighting for food.
I don't like this guy. Ow.
I'd like...
Wise chop.
Do you have anything else I can use? I don't like him. I don't like him at all. But yeah, we are gonna give these things for nurse, and then I will go for today.
Yes,
for
okay.
now. I will
Exactly how bad is the supply
take a break
situation here
and
in Pembroke?
probably be back with
It really
more
depends.
vampire
Dr. Swansea
today.
deftly works his
But if
society
I'm not,
contacts for monies. But with the quarantine, well, we're in God's hands.
as I was saying, I will maybe be on later with more vampire. If not, I will be streaming Phasmophobia tonight, so stay tuned.
Please, could you point me in the direction of the morgue again?
It's the large boarded-up building behind the hospital. You can't miss it.
I've
The key I
already
gave you
been
will open
there.
a small back door to it.
Why then do you always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
Your dedication to the Pembroke does you credit, Nurse Crane, but when do you sleep?
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor. Nursing is a vocation, not the labor of a journeyman.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion. Drugs were as deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
That's all.
Oh right, because I need my... Okay, just gonna head up to the office and create the treatment and then bring it to her, and then I'm off for now. Okay, it was fatigue. Good, 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 good.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Diseases decrease the blood quality of the citizens. Use the correct medicine to heal them. Speak to the patient in the room behind Dorothy to check his medical status.
Good evening.
Do you require...
I have other concerns.
Goodbye, Miss. Good evening.
I'm okay.
Okay, diseases. Press E to check medical status of the
Do you need any help?
citizens.
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Treatment for fatigue. Okay, I'm gonna ask him these questions later, not now. I'm gonna use my XP. Yep. So, go, Jonathan. Still locked. Confirm. Following night. Major district events. Every night, the consequences of your actions may improve or degrade this district health situation. It can also be degraded due to diseases spreading amongst the citizens. The more lives you take, the unhealthier a district becomes. If a district health situations drop below the critical threshold, it will plunge into chaos. It is for you to decide of a district's fate. Okay. So yeah, that was it for now. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you to the new followers. Thank you for just being here. It means a lot to me. So as I said before, if I'm not streaming any more Vampire today, I will be online later tonight with some Phasmophobia. Other than that, I hope to see you guys very soon, and take care, and yeah, again, thank you for watching. So, stay tuned. I don't know what that was.